Okay, so I'm documenting this because I'm going to talk about it. This is my aunt's channel, just so that's clear. This woman, Aunt Kathy's Storytime, is my actual aunt. She is my mother's older sister. So this is my literal aunt. This is something that I posted yesterday. It's a screenshot of a scale. And she wants to know how petty she can be. Well, here's the thing, Kathy. What you're doing is not pettiness. It's narcissistic henpecking. And I'm about to tell everyone how it's nothing new in my life and why it's not okay. But I wanted to document that she actually posted this so that she can't delete it and then come back and say, I never did that, because she will do that. Okay, I'm staying in the living room right now, and it's hard to find good lighting here because I sleep. I sit against the wall there. I'm just going to show you the problem. Sun. Sun that barely exists, but is always in that specific window. Anyways, this video is about narcissistic henpecking and weight issues. Yay! Get excited! We're going to talk about how fat I am. Because my aunt wants to tell people I'm fat, which is fine. I'm not actually upset by my aunt harping on my weight. Here's the thing. I put in my book, and I've told y'all for years, that my grandmother was kind of weight obsessed with me. She would make me step on the scale every time we went by one. She would intentionally take me to stores that had a scale just so she could make me step on them if we weren't accidentally walking past it. If she saw me eating, she would just look at me and say, I can see your hips spreading with every bite you take. You're not going to be able to fit through the doorway by the time you finish that. And it wouldn't matter if it was the only thing I had eaten that day or if it was something healthy or that human beings need food. It mattered that I was fat. I was very fat. And I was. That's not a lie. By 16, I was wearing a size 16. I weighed 280 pounds at my largest. Never hit 300, which I have maintained and I'm proud of. But I did get at my largest to size 20, 280 pounds. And I was there for about a decade. I was a big girl. I was also very depressed. And I didn't care very much how I looked because I didn't want people to look at me. I didn't want to be seen as attractive. By 16, I was being sexually abused by my father. And I didn't want to be pretty. That was also when I started doing this. But my grandmother wanted me to be pretty. So she forced it upon me constantly. She forced the pretty on me. The hairdos, the clothes, the pictures, all of it, just trying desperately to turn me into something that I never wanted to be. Pretty. Thin. I just wanted to like myself, And everybody always had something to say that would make me not like myself. My grandmother's biggest worry with me was always my weight. She was in the hospital on her deathbed, and she made a remark about how I had gained a little weight since she went in. I even put that on my Facebook, that my grandmother was possibly dying, but still upset about my hip size. So Kathy narcissistically henpecking at my weight was expected, because my family has always done that. And it's a sign of the inherited abusive techniques that my aunt doesn't realize she inherited, because she thinks it's just being petty and silly and fun and, nitpicking. But what it really is narcissism. It is her uncontrollable need to put me down. I had a good day yesterday, and all she has to say about the entire day is that I've gained 10 pounds and she thinks it's funny, and she wants everybody to be aware that I've gained 10 pounds. I'll show you why I don't care that I've gained a little weight recently. These are my shorts that I wear. I mostly wear these to sleep because they're baggy on me. They fall a little bit. I'm going to crochet a belt for this summer. Look at the tag there. Let's see what size that says. That says 29. 29 waist is baggy on me. Here's my other jeans, which are about the same size, but they're sized differently, so you'll understand better. Those are 29 waist. Size 6. You'll see that? You'll see that little 6. I have legitimately gone from a size 20 to a size 6. And that's just in my pants. My dresses are even smaller. Look, y'all remember this one? I posted a picture of it. But can you guess what size it is? Small. 3 to 5. Alright? And y'all know this dress fits me because I just posted a picture of myself wearing it last week. There is nothing in my wardrobe at this moment that is over a size 10. And the items that are a size 10 do not fit me. So why should I be ashamed that I've gained 10 pounds when I've lost so much? And I've gained so much more for myself by not focusing so much on my weight. Since my grandmother passed away, I haven't had anybody constantly negging me about my weight. And I've been losing it. Not mentally. Losing the weight. Losing it. Losing weight. I didn't start losing weight until I had stopped being around somebody narcissistically negging me about being fat. Focused only on that. And yeah, being homeless probably helped a lot. But this is what I'm saying when I say that my family is abusive. Not all abuse leaves cuts and bruises and marks. Sometimes it can look like petty squabbling between siblings, but this woman is not my sibling. She's my aunt. She's somebody older than me who is meant to be guiding me in life, not pushing me further down every step of the way. You can say sibling rivalry, people do that. We were raised by the same mother. She's still a grown woman who was a grown woman when I was born and can distinguish between teenage sibling rivalry and a 70-year-old woman narcissistically abusing her family. And she's doing it openly and publicly because people are telling her it's funny and it's okay. If I was her family, I would be very ashamed of the way she is acting. And I know they're going to say, well, you should be ashamed of the way you've acted. Have you seen yourself? The way you cry all the time, bitch and moan, wah, 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 wah. You should be ashamed. I've been sick and getting help My aunt insists that she's not sick and she doesn't need help. Therefore, her behavior is shameful. If you're sick and unable to control yourself, no, you shouldn't be ashamed of the way you acted. Not once you've begun getting better and getting help. The idea that you should remain ashamed of your sickness forever, even after you've gotten better, is exactly why so many people go back to being on drugs. Because nobody cared that they got better. All they wanted to talk about was what they were like. What about the drugs? What about then? And my family even does that, you know. I've been on nothing but marijuana for nearly a decade now. That's huge. I was on some heavy pills. I was a heavy alcoholic. And now all I do is smoke weed. And other people would be proud of that. My family nitpicks on the exact times and dates of how long it's been. And that's the difference between a loving family and an abusive one. My narcissistic, abusive family should be called out on these actions. And that's why I'm documenting these things and talking about these things so that other people can see what it is. Because a lot of people, when they think of abuse, they're thinking just of being beat. They're not understanding that the 24/7 nitpicking and henpecking of somebody else's life tears you down. That's the intention. The intention of the narcissist is to make sure that nobody is ever better than them or ever anything at all. I don't even look at myself like, I don't see myself the way other people see me. I have been beaten down by my family for so long that I don't know what I actually am. Except that I'm now a size 6. And I know that a size 6 is not fat. I know that a size 6 is acceptable even if there's an extra 10 pounds. So I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with my family. I'm not fine with the fact that I'm 38 years old and still dealing with this narcissistic abuser that I cannot get out of my life. Because she's decided that since she can't do it privately, she's just going to publicly do it here on YouTube. And nobody's going to speak out about it because it's funny to them to bully and abuse people. And that's what my family is. Bullies and abusers. And I'm not crying. And I'm not upset. I'm stating the facts so that they are documented, and in the future people will understand that I was telling the truth. My aunt's actions prove the abusiveness of my family that I said was happening in my book. I'm almost thankful for her for being exactly what I said she was, so that it's literally impossible to deny that I was telling the truth.